Hello, hope you're all good. I'm Lisa, if you don't know, I'm a makeup artist, have been for, nearly 20 years, that's right, show my age there, and I'm back on YouTube doing tutorials. So I'm already on YouTube doing my unboxing videos every week and also my cooking show called Mouthful with my friend Dom. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it all below anyway. But by high demand, and I was actually really surprised because I thought everyone was going to say TikTok. Everyone on Instagram said, please do longer videos on YouTube. And I think that's the thing, isn't it, with Insta? We're so used to having like the 90-second reels that even though you can post longer videos, no one watches them on there. Where on YouTube, I feel like it's more of a sit down, get a cup of tea or a glass of Prosecco and watch a whole video. A lot of you put it on your TVs as well. So I'm starting the series, which has no name. What should we call it? Maybe Learn with Lisa, which is something that I've been using. I mean, I think I started using that about 15 years ago. Is that dramatic? No, I think it bloody was about that long ago. So maybe we're going to call it that. But this is going to be an unedited series that goes live every Tuesday with just really quick, easy makeup tips and tutorials. So if you want anything, if you request anything, let me know below. Also, I've still got that little bit of a cold, so my nose is rather blocked. But we'll just go with it. Right, today I am going to do... What am I doing again? Oh my God, I've literally forgotten what I'm doing. Oh yeah, got it. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna do no makeup. So really quick, really easy makeup you can chuck on every single day. That it doesn't matter, you don't have to go and buy these products that I'm showing you, although the products I will be showing you are brilliant. In your makeup bag, use your liquid foundation, use your bronzer, use your lip gloss, use what you have, but just use them with these techniques. And this is gonna be unedited. So yes, me forgetting the name of what the hell I was doing is gonna be included. Now I'm just gonna pin my hair back because this fringe can get a little bit annoying, and I've already done my skincare. Really important, guys. I mean, I know it's quite a simple thing to say, but really important to make sure that you've done your skincare properly before you apply your makeup, because if your skin isn't hydrated, your makeup will not sit properly. And then what do? We blame our foundation, our blusher, our powder, whatever, when in fact it's just because your skin isn't hydrated. So make sure you're doing that, and I will be doing some skincare ones. So you know I said this wasn't going to be edited, but it's not. But I've just realised I've got 4 minutes left on my memory card. So rather than try and rush through the tutorial, I'm going to stop and I'll be back in a second. You won't even notice. It's like telemagic. Right, I'm back. You didn't even notice, did you? Right, let's get on with the makeup. First things first, I'm going to be using a little bit of this. It's a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Not that you'd know because the label has vanished, but this is a bloody brilliant product. And if you haven't seen me do makeup before, you'll soon realise that I kind of just chuck it on. So it's all about, like, not worrying too much. It's just makeup. You can always take it off. So, talking of chucking it on, I'm going to put this here. So I've got it on the cheeks, I've got it on the chin, on the nose, and also on the forehead, and I'm just blending it in. And there are many liquid highlighters out there and loads of different types of primers, but honestly, the formulation of this is phenomenal. It is, I'm gonna say it, my favourite Charlotte Tilbury product, and there's a lot. I think it's my absolute favourite. It's the one that I use literally every day and that I go back to time and time again, and obviously it comes in shades for everyone. But you can see how it gives that glow, and that gives that healthy looking skin. Just kind of what we all want, right? Well, a lot of people might want just to have a real makeup full-on look, and that's absolutely fine. But for me, I want to have my skin looking like my skin, like the best version of itself. I want people to be like, what have you done? And actually, it's just makeup. So, you know, this is the perfect start. Foundation. Armani Luminous Silk is a foundation that I've been using my entire career. When I first started, I saved up for months and months to get the light, the medium and the deep shade to put into my professional kit, and I'm still using it. I'm using today's shade 4.5. I switch between a 4 and a 5 depending on the time of year. I will list and link all the products below and put all the shades as well, she says. Just trying to remember. Now, foundation isn't about putting it all over your face. I mean, no, that's the wrong thing, because it is about putting it all over your face. But what I mean by that is you don't need much. Your concealer is what is going to give you that coverage. Your foundation is there to even out the skin. So, brush my... I just wanted to show you. I mean, these are just some of my bloody base brushes. You can use your fingers, you can use your beauty blender. I have actually done a makeup brush edit. If you don't know, I have a website, just lisapotterdixon.com, and I have a blog post that goes live every Saturday, and I've just done my brush edit, so I will link that below. But I've just picked up this one, and I fancy this today. It's by MAC, who are renowned for making brilliant brushes, and it is the 127S, and it looks nice too because it's pink. So I'm going to do, say, 3 pumps to start on the back of the hand. I'm using that as my palette. And I'm going to use the brush, I've got a mirror here too, and I'm going to start in the centre of the face and just buff it outwards. That is running down my hand. I should probably keep it like that. I'm trying to multitask by holding the mirror too. Now, the reason I'm starting in the centre of the face is when we have any, you know, generally dark circles, redness, broken veins, blemishes, it tends to be on this inner circle of the face. Now, the other reason I'm starting here is that means that I'm blending outwards, which means that I'm not going to get as much cakiness on the outer edge, which can then go in your hair, it can then leave these kind of like tide lines around the chin, and you do not want that. Buffing your foundation in is a really good technique to give you that flawless finish. And like I say, listen, there's rules, there's not rules, whatever, it is just makeup. So if you do want to use a different tool or your fingers, then do. I'm just telling you what I think works best. And this is what I do for magazine shoots, on celebrities, etc. So I'm just buffing it out. If you find you have quite a heavy touch and you can feel the pressure on your skin too much, hold the brush further down so you'll get a lighter pressure. And then, you know, the better a technique you get, the closer you can go. Was I literally covering the screen with that mirror? I need to probably get a smaller one. But I'm just buffing that in. What did I put, 3 pumps? I'm not going to use all of that, which is really key when it comes to your foundation. Do you want me to do like a whole video on how to pick your shade of foundation as well? Because I get asked that question a lot and I think it'll be really useful. So let me know. Take your time. Take your time doing your foundation and it will last longer. So I'm just buffing it in. And just so you know, I have a normal, sometimes dry skin, but mainly normal. So I don't use a primer as such often. The one I do love is the Milk Hydro Grip. That gives a really dewy finish. But if you're super oily, I can do a video on what primers to use if you like, but I'm not really a primer girl. So I'm just putting that down the neck. Okay, can you see that? I mean, it's so even already, but what I haven't done is kind of put too much around the eye area. I've got a few little scars around here from where I've had blemishes in the past, and I get a little bit of darkness around here. So that's the job for concealer. And I'm taking a liquid concealer, that's my preference. And I'm going to be using the Sculpted by Amy Brighten Up Under Eye Liquid Concealer in shade Beige. Now, this is a really great brightening concealer. I also love the NARS Radiance Creamy Concealer. I love the Armani, I love the Dior, I love the Maybelline, the Max Factor. There's so many. So what you'll see throughout this series is me using loads of different products. I'm not just going to be using the same products. So if you want me to do, I will do a drugstore version as well. And I was going to put this here. But yeah, a lot of the products I am using are premium, but I absolutely will do alternatives. And if you've got any favourites, list them below. I want to know your. I might not have tried them, then I can try them. Concealer's on. Didn't even explain that to you. I've done 3 dots. You see how low I've gone here? That's on purpose. When you have darkness underneath your eyes, it's very rarely directly under your lash line. It tends to go down to the cheekbone. So make sure you're blending your concealer that entire way down. And you'll see in a moment, I'm going to put it on the eyelids as well, just to even out that whole area, because the eye area is 40% thinner than anywhere else on the face. So that means that you can see darkness. It's usually blood vessels, or it can be hereditary, and that is going to help. And then the same here, I've just put some on the chin and wherever I felt I needed it. Fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is by Crown Brush. Can't remember the number, but I will put it below. And I'm just going to blend that in. And like I say, I'm putting it on to the eyelid as well. I prefer using a fluffy eyeshadow brush because, again, it just gives that airbrush finish. Any kind of fluffy brush will do that. And you can just kind of build it out. And then I tend to press it with my fingers. Can you see how that brightens up. That, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Let me come closer and try and get focused. There we go. Isn't that really good? Like, it's so good. Let's do the other side here. Onto the eyelids too. Remember what I said? If you feel like you're doing too much pressure, you've got to look after your skin, you can go to the end of the brush. Then just blend it through here too. Really simple, but what again is happening, remember we're going for that no makeup look. This is giving me that skin that just looks like the best version of my own, which is what I want. And then I'm just looking around. This is really good to have a light, whether it be natural light, which isn't the best, but it's like 4 o'clock here, so it's not going to happen today. And you're just kind of checking to make sure you've got no little lines or streaks, because that can easily happen. And just buffing them in with your little fluffy brush is pretty much ideal. Can you see that? There we go. Let me turn the light off as well for a minute, just so you can see. Oh, I'm not turning it off, I'm making it blue. Oh, great, hold on, wrong side. I was hoping to show you what it looked like in a kind of natural light, but like I say, it's way too dark, so I can't show you that right now. Okay, so that is pretty much my foundation and my concealer done. I'm now going to add a little bit of bronzer. I know it's no makeup, but I feel like a little bit of bronzer is key. And I'm taking this one, by the way, I'm just going to remove all of that excess foundation, which I know is a bit of a waste, so do 2 pumps rather than 3. Learn from my mistakes. Right, so for my bronzer, I'm taking, sat on it, the Vive Modern Bronzer. Okay, this comes in loads of shades, but the great thing about it is it's got 2 different shades inside, which means that you can get a more natural finish. And I'm going to take the lighter shade, but it also means you can really contour if you want to. I'm using shade medium 1 and 2, so I'm going to take medium 1, taking this big fluffy brush, which is by Otis Batterby. These brushes are really nice as well. I think you get Liberty. And I'm actually not going to contour. I'm just going to put a little bit onto the apples of the cheeks and just blend it upwards. Just to kind of towards the ear. And then I'm going to do 1/2 to show you. Just some around the forehead and then some under the jaw and on the neck. So not too much at all. But can you see the difference there? It's just shadowed the face slightly, and that's what I want, just to give a little bit of definition, you know. I mean, I'm 40 years of age, so all the definition I can get, I'll take it. So then a bit more up here, a little bit under and down the neck. And then something that you can do that you've probably seen all over the place is that you can just take a little bit of the bronzer and pop it into the sockets of the eyes, and that's going to give a really warm, super quick, super easy, natural finish to the lid, which I really like. I think it's just, I mean, why would you not? Literally like 2 seconds. You've got the product here already. Brilliant. Just chuck it on, do you know what I mean? Right, brows. Easy. Okay, I'm saying that with someone with full brows. I get it. We need a whole thing on brows because brows can be very challenging, but I'm just going to brush them up with a little bit of gel. This is brilliant. It's like £4. It's by Got To Be. It's the best brow gel, without doubt, that you can find. Now, tip. We've done our foundation already. So actually, what I'm going to do is just clean through my brows slightly. Usually I use a cotton bud, but I don't have one. Because even though you think you've been really careful, look at that. Look at that. That was in my brows, okay? That being in my brows means that if I put brow gel on, particularly a clear one, they'll go that kind of cakey white hard thing. And again, then we blame the product when it's actually our fault for putting concealer in the brows, which if you just take it away, that won't happen. So I'm just going to brush through. I know I am blessed with full brows, I really do know that, but this is a really good thing to do. Even if you've got sparse brows, if you were to brush them up first, then take your brow pencil and fill in the gaps. I'll show you how to do that at a later date, but for now I'm just going to show you this, and then I press it down, and that's it really, because we're going, like I say, for this no makeup look. I think that's the right name for it. Okay, then I'm going to, I don't even know if I'm going to put mascara on yet, but I do know that I'm going to put blusher on. And I'm taking a cream blush, and this was by Bobbi Brown. It's the classic that is powder pink. Now, Blusher can just elevate your look straight away, and a cream blush is great because it just adds a tiny pop of colour, but it blends into the skin. So this is lovely, this pink. I'm going to smile, use my finger, just my ring finger. You're going to get the lightest touch from that one. Just pat it on. Pat it on the apples of the cheeks and blend slightly. You do not need much really, but it's just that little bit that really makes such a big difference, doesn't it? So just pat that on, pat, 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 pat. There we go. How nice is that? It's just fresh, fresh. I mean, I wouldn't usually add this, well I would, but I suppose on like a no makeup naked look, but I just love it. But I love a little bit of a glow. So this is the Chanel Balm Essential, which is bougie, but fantastic. And this is the shade Golden. They do lots of different shades. This is like a dewy pop of joy. I mean, look at this. You can get the same effect, similar, not the same, from using maybe like a lip balm if you want. But this is just the best, and it stays put the whole time. Look at that. I need to look at myself in the big mirror to make sure it's actually looking as good as it is on camera. Yeah, I mean, it's just easy, isn't it? It's just easy. Right, do I want mascara? Well, if we're going to do mascara, let's curl the lashes first. Now, if you... Sorry, my cat's asleep down there and I just... Hold on. You alright, Kim? Oh, sorry about that. It was Chanel hand cream, so she's alright. It didn't hit her. We're alright, guys. Oh, she's just started like sleeping down there earlier. This is the first time. We're by the boiler, so it must be nice and warm. I was like, why can I hear her little... She does this little like snore purr. And look down there and there she is, fast asleep. You okay? Do you want to come and say hi? Oh, she's fine. Right, I'm taking some eyelash curlers. Who are these? By Laura Mercier. Lash curlers are great. If you haven't used them before, try them. People can think they're scary, which I suppose they are. You're putting a clamp on your lashes. But they make such a difference. So, just literally get your lashes in. And then pump it a few times. There we go. And it just, can you see that? I've been curling lashes forever. And even now, I'm like, oh God, it's just like, this makes such a difference. It opens your eyes so much. I'm really hoping you can see that on camera. So let's just do the other eye. Okay. Make sure you're pumping the same amount of time. I mean, it is really great. Now, if I am going to add a little bit of mascara, it's going to be a natural one. And this one's by Victoria Beckham Beauty. And it's called Future Lash. Really tiny little wand. And it gives more like a lash tint effect rather than a full-on mascara effect. Now, I love a full-on mascara, don't get me wrong. I could do a whole hour video on mascara. I love it. But for this, we are just going for this natural look. So I'm just going to put a bit of that on. But what it does is it adds colour to the root. It lengthens the lashes and just gives a little something that really does make a difference. Look, really does, doesn't it? Again, I can see it and I hope you guys can. It's me going, guys, what a difference. And you're like, Lace, don't look any different. But it really does in real life and I hope you can see. But it's all about getting it just to that root and almost like pressing the wand at the root so that you get extra colour there. And that's going to make your lashes look thicker. And then I'm just going with turning the wand vertically. Just to get those inner and then just tapping it on the bottom. I really like this mascara because it doesn't really make a mess either. Because obviously it's not like a fully pigmented, full-on wet mascara. It is just that lash tint effect. And I'm going to finish with lip gloss. How long's this video been? Oh, about 10 minutes, that's all right. Oh my God. The Fenty, oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Right there, Kim. 15 she is. She looks like a kitten. Don't you, baby? Hi. Hi, we having a nice nap. Good. And then we've got the Fenty Skin Cherry Treat Conditioning Lip Oil. I love this. And I'm just putting a bit of that on because I just think a little bit of gloss smells so good. And one that's hydrating can just finish off a look perfectly. Right, take the hair back down. Let's have a look. There we go. And that is it. That is my no makeup look with quite a lot of makeup on, but still giving me that really natural, fresh look that you can wear literally every single day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know below. Don't forget to share, subscribe and comment and all of that lovely stuff. And do put your requests in, because I'm going to do this every Tuesday, she says. No, I am. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye. Hold on, I've got to work out to turn it off. Oh.